All right, guys, GMOGmedia TV back with another one. So I know it's been a minute. I should be posting more videos consistently on my channel, but I've really been focused on maintaining my household and also my health and fitness. I have my Instagram page is just dedicated to health, fitness, workouts. That's it. So you haven't checked it out. My Instagram page was GMOGmedia TV. It's now GMOG Fitness. So check it out. Daily routines. Check out my Insta stories. All that good stuff. But anyway, this is the dude I didn't want to talk about, but I really have to use Floyd as a prime example for money doesn't solve anything. All right, you can have as much money as Floyd. You can have as much money as King Mansa Musa, the richest black man, the richest person who happened to be black on the face of the planet. You can have all the money in the world. It does not resolve your issues unless you resolve your internal issues yourself. Money does not do that, right? And I have to use Floyd as an example because of the fact that, of course, he's one of us, and he's a public figure. With all the recent things that's happening right now, of course, we all know the pandemic, coronavirus is dominating headlines. It's going to be dominating headlines for the rest of the year, basically. So, but I wanted to address a couple things that I saw on Instagram with Floyd. Floyd, of course, as you guys know, I'm a boxing fan. If you haven't checked out my sports channel that's dedicated to boxing, check out GMOGSportsTV. I do post a lot of videos pertaining to boxing on that channel. But anyway, Floyd, impeccable record inside the ring, inside the boxing ring. Masterful boxer, masterful defensive fighter, master at adapting to any fighting style, right? Impeccable record inside the ring, right? And we can break down his fights and all that stuff, but I'm gonna leave that to my dedicated YouTube channel, GMOG Sports TV, to break that down in sports. So that's not for the discussion. But what I will say is this, of course, like I said, impeccable boxing record inside the ring, not so great record outside the ring. Because what you do outside of the ring, it affects you inside the ring. Fortunately or unfortunately for Floyd, it didn't really do that much for Floyd, right? Floyd really has just a terrible track record outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the stuff really is not his fault, but there is some stuff that he can't control, right? Particularly his children. And I do want to talk about his children, his daughter most recently, who got arrested. I believe she was arrested and released. But she was in an altercation. If you guys haven't heard about that, she's in an altercation with her boyfriend, N.B.A YoungBoy, rapper out of Texas, I believe. Or was he from Texas or New Orleans? I can't remember. I don't keep up with these young rappers. I just know he's a rapper, okay? Wherever he's from. So Yaya, Floyd's daughter, had an altercation with another female who was accompanied by N.B.A YoungBoy, and reportedly or allegedly they got into an altercation, and Yaya Mayweather stabbed allegedly this lady, and I'm hearing that she's in the hospital on life support or something like that, or a critical condition or something like that, right? And this is nothing new. Yaya, Floyd's daughter, has a track record for having these kind of altercations, especially with her newfound boyfriend, N.B.A YoungBoy, and stuff like that. And of course, outside of that, we know the issues we heard about with Floyd. And again, I don't contribute these incidents to Floyd making these terrible decisions, but it is terrible all around. Of course, he lost the mother of his child. She was found dead, and of course, Roger Mayweather passed. His uncle, late great uncle. You don't know shit about boxing, Roger Mayweather, right? Just so many things that happened that are tremendously bad that happened to Floyd this year. And of course, we talked about last year, most recently last year. you know, with the Gucci incident where Gucci did the blackface sweater mocking black society, and then Floyd didn't give a damn. He said he'll shot back Gucci, and that's when right there, that's when I cut Floyd straight. I said, you know, I'm boycotting Floyd. I'm boycotting him, period. I don't care what Floyd does boxing wise. So it's still a boycott for me. I don't care what he does boxing wise at all, period. But children, again, going back to his kids, man, you know, your kids are a reflection of you, right? They're a reflection, and it really shows, you know, with the decisions that his daughter makes, Yaya, how much of a reflection she is not of Floyd. If you're trying to instill values and structure and discipline, with your children, what were those values, structure, and discipline that you were trying to instill in your children for Yaya to make those decisions to be with a person like N.B.A YoungBoy, who's calling your father, right, a bitch ass nigga? And I'm gonna play the video too. Right here.
You talking about this girl right here? My wife? You talking about my wife? Inside my house that I paid for? Now her bitch ass dead? Huh? And now her bitch daddy, I ain't never accepted not one thing from her in my life. Why? Cause y'all be playing with me like I need a girl for something. Nah, I give her anything she ever asked me for. I ain't never asked her for nothing. She bought me 2 pair of shoes. I don't think I ever wore a pair of them bitches, but with them black Chanel shoes, huh? Tell me why spoke on me from jail. Why the you been watching me? You supposed to be a gangster though, but you watching me from jail. Man, you is a bitch. This nigga gonna say I cooperated with the police. Man, you stupid. Hey, do luck y'all won't speak on that.
Right. I don't want to hear no more of this dude talk. You know, if my daughter, who is 2 months old, when she grows up and she has a boyfriend, right, and the boyfriend's calling her father a bitch ass nigga, right? Hey, let me tell you something right now. That dude will be a ghost. My daughter will be dealt with. First of all, she wouldn't even be in that predicament in the first place. Let's just get that together. She would not be in that predicament in the first place. She would not allow herself to be around a dude that derelict, right? That dirty, that derelict, to call another man, especially the father of the person you're dating, a bitch ass nigga. She wouldn't be around that kind of, you know, environment, period. She wouldn't allow herself that to be degraded like that. You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't happen in the first place. But you know, again, you have to instill values. You got to instill discipline. You have to instill morals in your children. You are a reflection of your children. Clearly, Floyd, you know, having his children at a young age, you know, weren't there in their life as they should have been, and the values that he was supposed to teach his children, right, were probably more than likely misinformed values that he was taught by his mother and sometimes his father as well. And it trickles down like that, right? And again, no matter how much money you have, doesn't fix that. You got to fix that internally yourself. You know what I mean? You got to fix that internally yourself. And again, money only magnifies problems that you have. Just like Biggie says, more money, more problems. Money only magnifies it. You know, I understand, of course, we're going through the coronavirus crisis, pandemic, and everything is, you know, financially, you know, at an all-time low, right? But during this pandemic, like I said on my Instagram post, all the downtime that you guys have allows you to get better at something. You know, I'm getting better at being healthy. I'm getting better at, you know, learning more about my children or my family, stuff like that. So that's what I do. But anyway, family, that's all my thoughts on that. GMOGMedia TV. Make sure you check me out on Instagram, GMOGSportsTV, and GMOG Fitness. You already know what it is. Signing out. Peace.